Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chess Wise. Today we are at the next topic, that is the endgame studies explained. We are at the 63rd position of our topic. We have got a queen and pawn endgame here. Very interesting position, and it is of course based on some idea and some precise calculation. Let's get into the position. It is white to play and win. At first we see that the white pawn is way advanced, but it's difficult to promote it to queen. The black queen will be constantly in a position on this diagonal and prevent the advance of the pawn. Basically, white is able to win the game due to the poor placing of the black king on a6, and he wins because of that. So white wins because of that. So now here, let's get into some calculation. If white starts with move like queen a2, king a1, qb3 check, then black can just take his king on a5 and get rid of the poor position on a6, and we will see that nothing much will be achieved by white here. There is no tactical idea, no qb5 ideas where he wants to promote the pawn, means queen takes b5, b8 and all. Nothing is available. So basically white starts with a move which tries to create zugzwang in the black position. So he will force the black queen to have the move. We note that if the black queen has to leave this diagonal, let's say queen e8 check or anything, then there will be b8 queen. Okay, so white can go with the move qb4. Very strong. The move qb4 in itself is not very difficult to find. We see that after queen e8, white can go with the move b8 knight check. Very important move, because we don't want, even b8 queen can win because there is no queen e4 check, but there can be some stalemate ideas. We should be careful about that. For instance, after qb8 we have to play qb8, but knight b8 knight is very simple. It gives check, queen has to take the knight, and then queen b8 and white wins. So now black will have to move his queen on this diagonal only. We see that the queen has only few places. We note that e4 is not available. Queen d5, f3, g2 and h1. So many squares are there, but in fact we will soon realize that d5, f3 and g2 fall victim to the same idea. So let's look at qd5 first. Here white nicely exploits the poor placing of the black king and the loose placing of the queen. Here comes queen a4 check, kb6 and a simple tactical blow qb3 check. This idea we will be using time and again. Now forced to take queen into b3. If king c5, then queen takes, queen, king takes and b8 queens. And after queen takes b3, we see that the new queen emerges with a check and creates skewer, king c5 and queen takes the queen, and white wins the game. There is no stalemate trick. Note that after k6, qb3 is not stalemate. King has place on a5. After qd5, it's turn to look at the move qf3. We realize that nothing much has changed. Queen a4 check, forcing kb6, then again qb3 check, forcing qb3 this time when b8 queen, and again the queen is lost. Let's look at qg2 now. After qg2, we need to use the b2 square. Okay, so now comes queen a3 check, and even if king tries to come closer, there is gap of two squares. So after qb2, b8 queen, and again the queen is lost. So the main variation has to be the move queen h1, where we see that the same technique is little difficult to execute, and there has to be some other additional idea for white in the position. So of course white goes queen a3 check, king b5, qb2 check, and now we said first trap, if king goes to the a5, then same queen a2 idea, king b5, then queen b1 check, using the same method. But what happens if the king manages and tries to escape from the c5? After kc5 or kc4, the same check, qc2 check will work, and now we see that the black king is coming under fire in all the squares whatever he has. Suppose the king goes to b6, b5 or b4, then qb1 check, then qb1, b8 queen, same idea. If the king goes to d5, then the queen's diagonal is blocked, so b8 will just queen. If the king goes to d6, then again a brilliant idea, queen h2 check, forcing queen into h2 and b8 queen, and the queen is lost. So technically speaking, black has the only move king d4. When I was solving this position, I realized it a bit late that the queen's purpose on c2 is not just to use this keyword technique, but here after the move king a7, the queen nicely stops black's qh7, the pin on the b pawn. So this idea took lot of time for me to solve when I was trying to solve the position. So now only move queen a1 check, and after king b6 we see that it has become a no check position because of the king here. No queen checks are good, and after any move like queen a3, white can just play b8 queen safely. He can also use qd2 check, controlling the b4 square and queen, but b8 queen also wins, and white is winning in the position. So there were a lot of lines and some interesting analysis in the position. I hope you will find these lessons useful and instructive and entertaining at the same time. Do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thanks for your time.